Good morning, Prof. Good morning, everyone. Here is my presentation about the introduction to financial management. Finance, it is a lifeline of business. Without it, a business cannot undertake any kind of economic activity. And financial management is an essential action for any organization to manage financial resources. It also means a planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the financial activities such as procurement and utilization of funds of the enterprise. It means applying general management principles to financial resources of the enterprise. Let's take an example. Let's assume that we are going to start up a business. When you start a business, you should have an idea. You should decide on what the assets you require. Then, you should in a position to estimate what is the total cost of those assets. This alone is not sufficient to run a business. Of course, you should know what is the cash required to run a business or for the operations. Now you have the idea on how to start and to run a business. What are the needs? The next thing you should do is to identify the sources of your funds. These sources can be from the owner's pocket or from the outsiders or the investors. Where you get your funds, you have to see that the cost of funds is as low as possible. So we can say that the financial management is mainly concerned arranging funds so that the funds can be invested, allocated effectively for fixed assets and working capital. And all are this done with the intention to maximize profit for the owners. So we now have a broad and simple idea how financial management works. Now we can go to the role of the financial management. I cited here 5 roles of the financial management. First is the financial decisions and control. Here, financial management and financial managers play a crucial role in making financial decisions and exercising control over finances and the organization. They make use of techniques like ratio analysis, financial forecasting, profit and losses analysis, etc. The next is the financial planning. The finance managers are responsible for the planning of financial activities and resources in the organization. To this end, they use available data to understand the needs and priorities of the organization as well as the overall economic situation and make plans and budgets for the same. And the third one is the capital management. Here, it is the responsibility also of the financial management to estimate the capital requirements of the organization from time to time, determines the capital structure and composition, and makes the choice of source of funding for the capital needs. And the fourth one is the allocating and utilization of financial resources. Also, the financial management ensures that all the financial resources of the organizations are used and invested effectively and efficiently so that the organization is profitable, sustainable, and viable in the long run. And cash flow management. It is extremely important for an organization to have sufficient working capital and cash flow to meet their operational expenses and emergencies. Financial management tracks accounts payable and receivable to ensure that there is a sufficient cash flow available at all times. And also disposal of surplus. Here, the decision on how the surplus or profits of the organization is utilized is taken by the financial managers of the organization. They decide if dividends should be distributed and how much, as well as the proportion of profits that they must be retained and invested back into the business. And next is financial reporting. The finance management also maintains all the necessary reports related to the finance. It's very important of the organization to maintain these reports, and because they use this as the database for forecasting and planning financial activities. And lastly is the risk management. Sound financial management prepares the organization to forecast risk, put in place mitigation plans, as well as to meet unforeseen risks and emergencies effectively. Next is the organizational of the financial management function. Here, I divided it into three major decisions. First is the investment decision. These are also known as capital budgeting decisions. The firms, a company's assets and resources are rare and must be put to their utmost utilization, and the firm should pick where to invest in order to gain the highest conceivable returns. So this decision relates to the careful selection of assets in which fund will be invested by the firms. The firm puts its funds in procuring fixed assets and current assets. When choice with respect to a fixed asset is taken, it's known as capital budgeting decision. And the next one is financing decision. Financial decision is important to make wise decision about when, where, and how should a business acquire fund, because a firm tends to profit most when the market estimation of an organization's share expand, and this is not only a sign of development for the firm, but also it boasts investors' wealth. Consequently, this relates to the composition of various securities in the capital structure of the company. And lastly is the dividend decision. Here, it relates to the distribution of profits earned by the organization. The major alternatives are whether to retain the earning profit or to distribute to the shareholders. And is the responsibilities of the finance manager. So here, first is the forecasting and planning. The financial manager must interact with other executives as they look ahead and lay the plans which will shape the firm's future. And the next is major investment and financing decisions. So a successful firm usually has rapid growth in sales, which requires investment in plant, equipment, and inventory. It is the task of the financial manager to help determine the optimal sales growth rate, and he or she must help decide what specific assets to acquire and the best way to finance those assets. For example, should a firm finance with debt, equity, or some combination of the two? And if debt is used, how much should be a long term and how much should be the short term? And the next one is coordination and control. Here, the financial manager must interact with other executives as well to ensure that the firm is operated as efficiently as possible. So in all business decisions have financial implications, and all managers financial and otherwise need to take this into account. For example, marketing decision affects sales growth, which in turn influences investment requirements. Thus, marketing decision makers must take account of how their action affect and are affected such factors as the availability of funds, inventory policies, and plant capacity utilization. And the fourth one is the dealing with the financial markets. So the financial manager must deal with the money and capital markets. Each firm affects and is affected by the general financial markets, where funds are raised, where the firm's shares and debentures are traded, and where its investors either make or lose money. And lastly is the risk management. All business face risk. We are aware of that, including natural disasters such as fires and floods, uncertainties in commodity and shares prices, changing interest rates, and fluctuating foreign exchange rates, especially for those companies who are involved in the importing or exporting, or they have branches, or they have companies or other companies and outside the country. However, many of these risks can be reduced by purchasing insurance or by hedging. The financial manager is usually responsible for the firm's overall risk management programs, including identifying the risks that should be hedged and then hedging them in the most efficient manner. In short, Financial managers make decisions regarding which assets their firm should acquire, how those assets should be financed, and how the firm should manage its existing resources. If these responsibilities are performed optimally, financial managers will help to maximize the value of their firms, and this will also maximize the long run welfare of consumers and employees. And the next is the corporate governance. Corporate governance is a system of rules, practices, and processes by which a firm is directed and controlled. So we have two important parts here. One is the shareholders. They are important stakeholders who indirectly affect governance. But these are not examples of governance itself. There's what we so-called board of directors. They are the primary force influencing corporate governance. Why? Because the board is tasked with making important decisions, such as corporate officer appointments, executive compensation, and dividend policy. The board of directors must ensure that the company's corporate governance policies incorporate the corporate strategy, risk management, and accounting. Here incorporate the corporate strategy, risk management, accountability, transparency, and ethical business practices. Now we go to the goal of firm. There are two primary goals of financial management for an organization. They are the maximizing revenue goal. It means that the appropriate financial actions and decisions will increase profit earning, as well as assist in minimizing unnecessary and unwanted expenses. And the next is maximizing shareholders' value. Here, it relates that your managers should take appropriate decision to optimize the value of a company. If worth of a company is maximized, the market value of a company's equity will also increases. This means that shareholder will earn more profits from the growth of an equity value. So that is the part 1 of my presentation, and the second, the structural business financial management function. So here, the organization function, it ensures the adoption and implementation of management decision on all aspects of the financial activity of the enterprise, which are built on a hierarchical or functional basis with the location of the specific responsibility centers. So here in this presentation, I'm focusing here in the finance committee from the board of directors who handle the finance committee down to the CEO, since CEO involves the all department level. Then the finance department handled by the chief finance officer, or sometimes the others finance manager. Here under the finance manager are the departments or area of responsibility in financial planning, budgets, cost accounting, and general accounting. Financial planning, this department is responsible for analyzing the alternative sources of long-term funds, such as the issuance of bonds or common stock that the firm will need to maintain and expand its operation. And budgets, this department is responsible for analyzing short-term finances forecasting and capital expenditures, that is for the long-term assets. And then cost accounting, this department is responsible for preparing the firm's operating budgets and monitoring as well the performance of the departments and division within the firm. And lastly, the general accounting. So overall, this function involves the preparation of financial statements, prepare the reports that the company must file with the various government related to taxes, and corporate accounting and payroll activities. So that's it. And as for my research, I have here the references where I gathered my some ideas and some notes. And that's it. Thank you, Prof. And that's the end of my report. Thank you.